All right. Barak YAHAWAH. Barak YAHAWASHI. YAHAWAH.
BAHASHAM
Honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching the truth and in sincerity.
All right, with GMS Mississippi Camp, coming with our weekly lesson, and what we want to get into this week is the favor, that the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is about to have on the elect, man. Because we have went, through our chastisement, we're going through our chastisement, we have been made to tell of all these nations, but now the Lord is going to do good to us in this latter end, man. We have nothing but great things coming, man. We the elect of Israel, are the only people that have something good to look forward to, man. Everyone else either has death or slavery, man. So we're gonna get some precept, Lord will, brother and sister, be edified, man. We get that song.
All right, this Psalm 33:10. It said, "The Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, bringing counsel of the heathen to naught."
We say the Lord bringing the counsel of the heathen to naught. Because for centuries, all right, the heathen, chiefly Esau, the so-called white man, has established a system that keeps us on the bottom, that keeps us oppressed, that keeps us lost, man, that keeps us separated from YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. But now that counsel is coming to naught, because if it was up to the self-proclaimed white man, we would never know who we are. We would never know the names of the Lord, man. So the Lord is bringing his counsel to naught right before our eyes, man. By beginning with waking us up to who we are, man. Go ahead, bro.
He said, he maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
Yeah, he maketh the devices of the people of none effect, man. Like the scripture said, there is no enchantment against Jacob, and that's speaking of the elect, man. All right, we're not enchanted, by the devices of this world, man. The American dream. These are religions that Esau has made, man. These different deities, that Esau has created for our people to worship and give energy to, man. Those devices are failing, man. Now we're focused on things in the spirit, things that are pleasing to the Lord, man. You got it, bro.
11. It said, "The counsel of the Lord standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to our generation."
Hey, so the counsel of the Lord, that's gonna stand, man. And then the latter end, the Lord promised us how he was gonna do good to us, beginning with that remnant, that elect, man. And that's what's gonna stand, man. Not the counsel of Esau and his new world order, man. Where he has us perpetually, in captivity, man. That's not gonna stand. It's gonna be the counsel of the Lord, and that's to set up a righteous kingdom on earth under YAHAWASHI, whom the word even called Jesus Christ, and he's gonna build up Jerusalem, man. He's gonna build up his people, man. He's gonna set up his government on the earth, man. That's the counsel that's gonna stand, man. And this wicked kingdom gonna be destroyed. You got it, bro.
And it says, "Blessed is the nation whose power is the Lord."
Yep.
"And the people whom he have chosen for his own inheritance."
And who is that? That's Israel, man.
Yeah.
The people of the Lord, man. So we're the nation that's going to be blessed, man. Right now, we're under the curses for our disobedience, but in the near future, we're going to be that blessed nation, man. And the blessing have started now with this knowledge, man, and the spirit, to be obedient in his faith, man. And it's going to continue to manifest into everlasting kingdom upon the planet Earth, man. Immortality, all those things are blessings from YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, man, that we will receive, man. That nation, man. We are his inheritance. That was it on there. My brother gets Rock 17:17 real quick to prove who the Lord's inheritance is.
I appreciate it. It's Jeremiah 10:16. It said, "The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the form of our thing."
Yeah.
"And Israel is the rod of his inheritance."
Yeah, because our portion is YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All right, we have the Creator, man. We have the Creator Son, man. We're part of that royal, godly family, man. You see, That's our portion, man. These other nations don't have their portion, man. That's not part, of them, man. They was created to be servants, all right, to that nation, man, to the Lord's inheritance, man, which is Israel. You got this right.
This is Rock 17:17. For in the division of the nation, of the whole earth, he said a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Lord's portion.
Hey, Israel is the Lord's portion. He said a ruler over all these other people, so their portion is whatever ruler, that the Lord, all right, allowed to be over those people, man. Their portion is their king. That's why they worship their kings like they do, man. That's why I show much reverence to their kings like they do, man, because that's their portion, man. But our portion, all right, is our King, YAHAWASHI, and the Heavenly Father, the Most High Yahweh, man.
This the prayer of Azariah, chapter 1, verse 14. It says, "For we, O Lord, are become less than any nation, and be kept under the day, and be kept under this day in all the world because of our sins. Neither is there at this time prince or prophet or leader or burnt offering or sacrifice or oblation or incense or place of sacrifice before thee, and to find mercy. Nevertheless, in a contrite heart and a humble spirit, let us be accepted."
Yeah, so he said we are less than all the nation because of what? Of our sin, man, our disobedience. Because that's the number one question that our people have. Why are we in this position? Why we can't get along? Why black folks can't come together and do this and do that? Why we can't do like the other nations? Because we under the curses because of our sins, man. That's why we are less than any other nation. We was placed here by a higher power, man. And the Bible explains all these things, man. But our people run to and fro, trying to find the answer. It just told you why. And then it said we had no incense, no sacrifice, no priesthood. See, we was without those things until YAHAWASHI, man, who is the high priest out of the order of Melchizedek, and through him, all right, what we're doing now is acceptable to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, man. This is a sacrifice. This is an altar, man. You're looking at an altar now, and this ministry, this is accepting to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, man. Because like when you look at incense, you see the smoke go straight up, man. Sometimes the smoke will go in a straight line, man. And that's what this ministry is doing. It's going straight up to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, Yeah, you get that Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, what was it for?
Jeremiah 31, 4.
Chapter 7, right?
Yeah.
Jeremiah 31:4. Again, I will build thee, and thou shalt be built.
Yep.
O Virgin of Israel.
It said, again, I will build thee. Again, because we were built before, but we were tore down. Why? Because we broke that covenant, man, through our disobedience. It called us old virgin, all right, daughter of Israel. Now, you read later on, you read previous in that same book, Jeremiah, it talks about how he put us away, man. Like he divorced the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, man, because we dealt with other guys, man. But now it's calling us a virgin, it's in the latter end, man. Because why? We will be espoused, all right, to YAHAWASHI, man. Now you got it.
I got a
You got it.
Nehemiah 1:8. Remember, I beseech thee the word that thou command thy servant Moses, saying, if he transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. Verse 9. But if ye turn unto me and keep my commandments and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the uttermost part of the heaven, yet will I gather them from there.
Yeah, and that's what Christianity don't want to talk about, man. The Israelites being scattered and gathered, man. Us being scattered through everywhere in the earth, and then us being gathered again at the latter end, man. They don't want to deal with that narrative, man, but that's the narrative of the Bible, man.
Yet will I gather them from there, and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there.
Yeah, and that's going back to our homeland, Israel, man. All right, Yasha, man. Because we were scattered through disobedience, but through repentance, the Lord is going to return us back into His favor, man. And that happened through the sacrifice of YAHAWASHI, man. You know?
Okay, back in Jeremiah 31:4, thou shalt again be adorned with the tabrets, and shalt go forth in the dances of them that make me merry.
Yeah, and the brother get the 1 Corinthians 10.
The dances of them that make merry. So,
yeah, because when you go into our culture, you know, when the young damsel was married off, that was a very joyous moment for her, man. Because now she, all right, was coming into what? Protection. She was coming into someone that was going to take care of her, man. You know, she had a purpose, man. You know, because that's what she was born to do. And that's how we're going to be as a nation, man. We're coming under protection and the care of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, man. You know, that's why we're likened, you know, to a virgin, man. You know, we're going to be very joyous, man. You know, the 2 Corinthians 10, he espoused with the one husband. It might be 2 Corinthians 10.
Say, I beseech you, bro.
10 is the 10th chapter. And
this is second measure 7. And
no, 2 Corinthians
11 too, right?
11 2 2 Corinthians 14.
the second measure 7 and 25.
11 2.
And therefore Ezra for the empty or empty things, and for the full or the full things.
Yep.
Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen that now is withdrawn from the earth.
Yeah.
And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders.
And that bride is coming forth, man. And people are seeing the bride of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI through via YouTube, man. Passing through on these local downtowns, man. You know, in these cities, brothers having camps. That's their bride coming forth, man. You know, well, the Lord is forming us as a nation, you know, in the midst of Babylon, man. While He's destroying this place, you know, He's setting us up, you know, and we're their bride, man. The elect of Israel is the bride, man. You know.
I got you to mention Chicago, Revelation 21:2.
Yep.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Prepared for a bride adorned for her husband, man. You know, like, you know what it's talking about, the people, man. You know, they're not talking about a city being a bride. You know, it's talking about the people, man. You know, because Israel is likened to a tender and delicate woman, man. You know, and we were joined to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI through the covenant, man. You know, when you make a marriage, you know, you're joined through a covenant, man. You know, that woman is not supposed to deal with any other man while she's under that covenant, man. You know, and we're what, as a nation, we're one supposed to deal with any other guy while we was under the covenant of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. You know, and in return, what you get protection from that man. You know, you get resources. You know, you get to be part of his you know, what he has going on, his enterprise, man. You know, and that's how we was with YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. You know, you got
You get like the delicacies.
yeah, the delicacies, man. You
That's
know,
why it says in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, like the verse 1 to 14, all the good things He'll give us if we kept His laws. You know?
Yeah, that's the perks. You know, because a woman wants to be married to a man that's what well off.
That's right.
You know, because she get to receive those benefits. You know, from being married to that man that's well off, man. You know, she get to go on the trips. You know, she doesn't have to work. You know, other wives have to work, but she don't have to work. You know, she has people waiting upon her. You know, handmaids, servants. You know, she get to really live, man. You know, and that's how we're going to be under YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. We're going to have servants, handmaids. You know, we're going to get to really live. We're not going to have to work. You know, the same setup, man. You know, you got that Corinthians.
And it's 2 Corinthians 11 and 2.
Yeah.
For I am jealous over you.
Yep.
With your godly jealousy.
Yep.
For I have espoused you to one husband.
For I have espoused you to one husband, man. You see that? So you see the relationship that the Lord has, you know, with Israel, man, like a husband and a wife, man. You know, he has that. That's why when it says the reconciliation, it's only talking about the one nation. How can he be reconciled to any other nation? Reconcile, you know, meaning back, you know, concile meaning back to favor, you know, making friendly again. You know, how could that happen with any other nation, man? It's impossible, man. Yeah.
They wouldn't never give them the law. The covenant would never give it to them. So they can't never break the laws or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you as a husband, you know, in the righteous setup, you know, within our culture, man, a husband, he has a rules, you know, for his household, for his wife, right. What she isn't supposed to do or not to do, man. Yeah. You know, what other men wives doing, that's between them and their wife, man. You know, but you got a certain set of rules in a certain way that you want your wife to operate, man. You know,
Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahawah has spoken against you, O sons of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Yeah, because the Lord has certain expectation for us, man. There's a particular way that we were supposed to move throughout the planet Earth, man. You know, how we supposed to treat each other, man. You know, being brethren, man. How we supposed to treat the land, how we supposed to treat our livestock, you know, how we supposed to treat our woman. It was all, the law covered everything, man. You know, and that was specifically given to Israel, and that was his expectation for us, man. Not for the Moabites, not for the Ammonites, you know, not for Esau. All right, that's why they was given over to worship the sun, the moon, the different deities, the different animals that they worship, man. That was for them to do that, man. But we had specific expectations from our Creator, man.
And I can just add, because when a man becomes familiar, you know, well, let me say it like this: when a man and woman have sexual contact, you know, that's an intimate relationship. Which means to be familiar with. So how did the Most High be familiar with the nation of Israel? Through the law, statutes, and the commandments. That's what made us acquainted amongst each other, man. That's how we became his wife and he became our husband from a spiritual standpoint. Real quick.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 16:30. How weak is thy heart, said Lord Power, send out does all these things, the work of an imperious, whorish woman. And that thou buildest thy intimate place in the head of every way.
Look behind the Most High's back.
Yep.
You know, when we transgress the laws, we start seeing other men.
Yep.
And from a symbolic standpoint, you assholes out there.
Yep.
And makest thy high place in every street. It has not been as a harlot, in that thou scornest high.
So when we started basically delving into these other philosophies, we started receiving other men's numbers. All right. We started going on dates with other men. And look at the state of our people now.
Now people just get flipped by these philosophers, man.
They doing it willingly.
Yeah. They might grow up, you know, in a Christian household. You know, Jake might go to jail, become a Muslim, come out, become a 5%. You know, might link up with Egyptologists, man. Jake go through so many philosophies. You know, then Jake merged the philosophies, man. You know,
I had this guy at work. I asked him like, yo, what's your religion? Nigga said, I'm a Christian Muslim.
Yeah.
Walked out the damn road.
You know what I'm saying? Jake, Jake in the train ran on him, man. You know?
Verse Ezekiel 16:32. But as a wife that committed adultery, which taketh strangers instead of her husband.
Yep. Instead of strangers, instead of her husband, man. You know, that's why the Apostle Paul, because what he was talking to, what the Israelite foreigners, man, when we go into 1 Corinthians 11 in the 2nd chapter, man. And what they doing? Those are the Israelites. They were considered Greeks, all right, by their customs and by their lifestyle, man. You know, and what did Greek have? They had all what you call the god pantheon, man, with all these different gods, man. Because God, pantheon, I mean, pan means all, man. You know, so yeah, all these guys had every. I know Islam, they had a guy for every day of the week. You know, before you know, Allah, them Ishmael worshiping a different guy every day of the week, man. You know, so Apostle Paul, look, I espouse you to one husband, man. You know, that's what he was saying, man. you know, because through that we gonna receive favor, man. You know.
Finish
it, and then you go back to the jump to read 4:7.
This is 2 Corinthians 11:2. If I am jealous over you with godly jealousy,
yep.
If I have espoused you with one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin of the Mashiach.
Yeah, chaste virgin, man. Because a man of honor and prestige, all right, does not want a woman that's tainted, man. You know, and your woman, you don't want to marry a woman that's been passed around, man. And then you the one she want to settle down with, man. You know, it don't work like that, man. A man of honor, a man of royalty, you know, he wants a woman to be ordained and prepared for him, you know. Because even when you go to what? During the time of Xerxes, Esther, you know, Esther was prepared before she even came in the presence of the king, man. You know, and that's how we are, man. We're preparing ourselves now, man, by being faithful, you know, by building ourselves up, man, by, you know, making ourselves pure, separated from this world, man. You know, the Lord don't want no one that's turned out, man. You know, he wants a spiritual virgin, man. You know,
when you go to that term chaste in the Greek, it means
immaculate,
or clean,
pure. Yeah, you know, not tainted with these other doctrines, man. You see, this book is for a spiritual man. You know, like if you ain't spiritual, what we saying is not going to resonate with you, man.
Right.
You see,
and then right there, the brother, I thought most folks will read there right there. When we read what we talking about, like, they think like actually adultery. After they actually like committing adultery.
Because you got the Pope, they have what the vow of what you call it when you abstain from sex. Abstinence. Yeah. You know, they got their vow for the Pope, man. That's not scriptural, man. You know? What you got, nuns?
Yeah.
You know, that's not scripture. That ain't what they're speaking of, man. You know?
Pope now.
Yeah, this nigga knocking down everything 5 and younger, man. You know? Nigga, you Africans and people still walk around like, you know, they uphold their vow, but you got hundreds of thousands of pedophile cases, you know, that's been filed, man.
Again, you got hurt.
Yeah.
And get into the bank.
Yeah. You know? But we far out. What we saying is too much. You know?
This is Jeremiah 31:4. Again, I will build thee, and thou shalt be built.
Yep.
O virgin of Israel.
Yep.
Thou shalt again be adorned with thy tabrets.
Yep.
And shalt go forth in the dances of them that make merry.
Yep.
Jump to verse 7. For thus saith the Lord Yahawah, sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Lord Yahawah, save thy people, the remnants of Israel.
Hey, the remnant of Israel that you know is talking about the elect, man. You see, the Lord is finna deck us out again, you know, as before, man. You know, and it says, sing among the chief nations, man. Beginning with Esau, Edom, man. We finna rejoice amongst these nations, man. And these nations gonna be through, man. You know, that's why when YAHAWAH returns, what is gonna be their first feast, man? The marriage supper of the Lamb. You know, us being drawn back to our power, man. You know, you keep going, bro.
Verse 8. Behold, I will bring them from the north country.
Yep.
And gather them from the coast.
And what's that north country? America, man.
That's right.
You know, the Lord already knew we was gonna be over here scattered, man. We was gonna be in here in captivity, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coasts of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return thither.
Yeah, and that's the elect, man. You know, begin with the 144,000, and the innumerable multitude that will be saved worldwide, man, from the four corners, man. You know, because our people have been what? Spiritually lame, spiritually blind, man. You know, but the Lord is healing us, man. And the scriptures say, You got it, bro.
And then it's like they shall come with weeping and with supplications will I lead them.
Yep.
I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters.
And that's the truth. You see, the Lord is calling us to walk by rivers of water, which means what? We living by this truth. We applying this wisdom that we have received, man. You know, the wisdom that we have received from our apostles and elders, you know, the head brothers of these camps and various brothers. We're living by that wisdom, man. So we're what? Walking by those rivers, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Right, back in the scripture. It states, they shall come with weeping and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn.
Yeah, so the Lord not going to allow us to stumble. All right, we're part of the elect. We're not going to stumble out of this, man. You know, we're going to walk and be guided, you know, by this word, you know, and ultimately the Lord is going to make sure we endure, man. You know, if we're part of that number, man. You see, get that Jeremiah 33:6. Because the scripture talks about the blind and the lame, you know. So go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 33:6. Behold, I bring you health and cure. I will cure them. I will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth.
So the Lord said he's going to bring health and cure, man. You know, to what? Our people, you know, to us that were spiritually blind. Because as a nation, we was all spiritually dead. We was all spiritually blind, man. Didn't know what was going on. But through this word, the Lord is curing us, man. And he's going to fully cure us, you know, when we get these glorified bodies, man. You see, that's going to be the completion of us being cured, you know, and being delivered from this sinful flesh in the glorified bodies, man. You know?
Hey, that's why he stated in Malachi, the 4th chapter, 2nd verse, you know, you should come with healing in his wings.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Matthew, just a link up, Matthew 10:7. And as you go preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yep. So that's what we're teaching our people, man. Repentance, because the kingdom is at hand, man. We teaching the gospel, you know, but we can't leave out, you know, the terror that's coming too, man. You know, we teach the whole spectrum to our people, man. You know, some sermons may be focused more on the terror. Some ministries may be focused more, you know, on the favor, man. You know, like this one is focused more on the favor. But we understand the terror of the Lord, man. But we telling our people the good news, man. Because this is the people that's trying down, man. You know, look at the condition of our people, man. You know, even the ones that's successful, man. Look what they got to do, man. You know, what we just looking at. Jake got to take his body through pure hell, you know, to get millions, man. Like these fighters, man, they can't enjoy their money like that in a certain extent, man. Some of them ain't got no quality of life, man. Right. You know, what you got, Luke Kuechly, you know, he's an Israelite foreigner. You know, he retired from the NFL today at 28, you know, and he has the most tackles since 2012, man, out of everybody. But he had 3 concussions. Yeah, he was up there crying, said he got to retire, man. And this is what Jake has to do. Meanwhile, you got Edomites in the press box, all right? They don't have to tackle no damn body, you know, and they billionaires, man.
And now this nigga got brain issues for the rest of his fucking life. Yep. All for nothing.
They'll just find somebody else.
Yeah.
We'll pick them another nigga in the draft, you know, get them another.
Yeah. And then when they go through it, they don't try to help them out either. Right. They really don't care about them players, man.
That damage good. You know, damage, you know, you damage. Yeah. What you do to the damage should that work? You throw it to the side.
From all spectrum, our people are finished, man.
Sell it for cheap. Know? Reduce. They should have reduced price on this shit, right?
You just a calamity, man.
Okay.
They put those stickers on
the that shit say reduce. You got a dent in your shit. You know what I'm saying? You good though. You just got a dent in your shit, man. We can't see you right. You know what I'm saying?
Like get released from them teams.
They
go to another league.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. You know, look at the entertainers, man. You know, look how Hollywood has destroyed our people, man.
Yeah.
Look at them, man. Look at Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Trick Daddy. Look, Google Trick Daddy right now, man. Google image this nigga right now, man.
Hey, Google Randy Jackson, man.
True.
Yeah, Randy Jackson from American Idol.
Yeah.
Man, that mother got the straight homo demon on him, man. Then he lost weight too.
Yeah. Dwayne Wade. Yeah.
He looks scary.
Dwayne Wade. He called his son. He called his son a she now, man. A damn girl, man.
Yeah, and I blame Gabrielle Union, his handler for that shit, because when Wade came out of Marquette, he had that manly vibration.
He was a killer.
He was a killer. Right. He was a killer, man. But hey, women and Hollywood, man, took all the these jakes and shit, man. Yeah. I got one more, bro. Yeah. This is verse 8. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
And that's what we're doing in the spirit. See, YAHAWASHI was physically doing these things. There was a representation of what the prophets and the teachers will be doing in the latter days, man. Because he said you will be doing things even greater, man. You know, because now you have our people awakening worldwide out of the worst condition ever, man.
Hey, because like the brother was saying, that's a form of spiritual power.
Yep.
If you're preaching and the Most High allows you to wake this person up, you're literally waking that person out of the congregation of the dead. You're literally exercising that demon or those demons off that person. That is spiritual power in itself, man.
Right.
You know, because what the scripture says, hey, give me any plague except the plague of the heart, which is the mindset.
Because you can, let's say a guy is worshiping Islam, you know, and he hears a brother's video, you know, and he starts watching, and now he's converted. Now he's not calling on Allah, he called on YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. You know, he started growing his beard, he started keeping the law to the best of his ability. You know, now,
go ahead.
it's a change that what the scripture say. That's something you that won't see death. So that man went from worshiping. It's some people that's gonna go from worshiping Islam or whatever you was into to serving the Lord, and you know they gonna go from being transfigured to the glorified body to immortality, man. You see, they gonna pick. It's people that's gonna literally wake up from worshiping all this madness, you know, and receive immortal life at the coming of YAHAWASHI, man. So you just took him from the dead to the living, man. You see? And that's what's happening. The dead is being raised, man. You know?
And this is
Now, just saying, once you see, after you, I can't really see it, but
after you see the video?
No, after you see a person that done got converted or whatever, it'd be amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to say. It'd be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Though, that brother really like, you know what I'm saying? You remember such and such? He done changed, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit, that is amazing, man. Yeah. He was robbing and killing. He was doing the worst shit ever. Now he talking about the Most High. Hey, man, you know, telling people that who they are and stuff like that, man. That shit amazing, not for real. And can't nothing but the Most High do something like that, man. When you see a Jake that be gone out here, man. Hey, you be like, man, gone, man. You know what I'm saying? No. But then you see him after, you know, he gets sick. It's amazing. That's all, you know. Go ahead.
Divine intervention.
Yeah. What's that? Habakkuk. He told him, "I'll work in your days that you will not believe." You know, just stay at work, man.
Right.
You know, my brother getting into it. You got it.
Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI had no need to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
Yeah, because there's men anointed, all right, by the Spirit of YAHAWASHI to teach this word, man. It means YAHAWASHI is dwelling within that man to teach, man. You know, and that's what you see, man. You got it, bro.
To proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Yeah, open the prisons, man. Because our people are bound by what, man? These false religions, these American dreams, these ideologies, man. giving their energy into these different deities, man. All right, because people worship. Facebook is a god, man. You know, Instagram, social media, that's a god, man. You know, money, you know, that's a god, man. Women, that's a god, man. You see, so our people are blinded and bound by these things, man. You know, but through this word, our people are being loose from these things, man. You know?
Yeah, because you just Google mental slavery, you see a Jake got like a lock around his head. It's unlocked now.
Yeah.
That's how we are through the spirit. You know?
I got you, bro. And this is Jude 1:6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, and left their own habitation, he had reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
That's this flesh.
That's the flesh.
You know, that's why this the biggest battle is within this flesh,
Yeah.
because this flesh is already attached to everything that Esau, and Esau got a whole system set up of convenience for you to constantly please your flesh, man. That's why that's the biggest battle, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You got it.
That's it.
Okay.
That was the point. That was the point.
Yeah, keep reading it.
I think that's like the brother said once, what you say with the clip? The person
They had the mental lock.
yeah. And that's how it is before, you know what I'm saying? We were like that before the words of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM. You know, and now we're this new creature, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Trying to obtain the American dream.
Yeah.
You look back now, you be like, man, this shit is amazing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What would I would have been? You know, you'd be like, what would I would have been doing if I wouldn't have had woke up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's spiritual, because you can see a picture of yourself before you came and woke into His truth.
Yeah.
You can see that, you know, that demon or whatever.
You would have never thought you'd be doing what you do right now, you know?
I remember my brother at first showed me the video. I was like, yeah, okay. The Israelites, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I found out about the Northern Kingdom. I said, shit, yeah, that shit makes sense. Shit, I'm about to move to Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most sound like, fuck that shit.
Huge natural.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, this Jeremiah 33 and 7. I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return.
Hey, the Lord is causing our captivity to return, man, which means He's ending our slavery, man. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it, man. Esau can have all these devices, all these plots and schemes, you know, what he plans to do to Israel, especially the men of the Lord, because that's who he got his eyes on, man. You know, because if you're a coach and you're going against the opposite team, you know, you game planning for key players, man. You know, and the key players of the nation of Israel is the elect, man. You know, but the Lord gonna take away our captivity, man. Esau can't extend our captivity, man. All right, that's out of his jurisdiction, man. That's not in his job description, man. You know, you got it.
I got one more.
You got it.
And Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
That's all 12 tribes, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, and the Israelite foreigners, all right, whose lineage through their father's side goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. All right, because it's not about a thing of color, man. You know, but the bulk of our people are made up of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You see? And the Lord's going to have mercy and return our captivity, man, because all the tribes are in captivity, man. You know, some foreign way of fashion, man. You know, you got it, bro.
And we'll build them as the first.
Yeah, build them as the first. Go ahead.
And I will cleanse them.
Another day.
And I will cleanse them from all the iniquity whereby they have sinned against me. I will pardon all their iniquities whereby they have sinned.
Yeah, and that's the what? YAHAWAH. You know?
Yeah, like you've been outside, you've been playing the dirt all goddamn day and shit. And then when it's time to get that bath, you clean and fresh. Hey, that's you being cleansed by the blood of YAHAWAH, man. You know, that new creature.
And whereby they have transgressed against me. Keep going.
So all that, you know, spiritual fornication we committed, you know, the Lord is going to forgive us of that, man. You know, and He's going to bring us back, man. You know, that's why He's likening us to a virgin, man. You know, he's going to cleanse us. He's taking us back to that purification process, man. You see, through his word. You got it, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
Verse 9.
9 is the last one.
All right.
And then we end with Jeremiah 32, starting 37. You got it, bro.
And it should be to me a name of joy, a praise, and an honor before all the nations of the earth.
Hey, so he said it's going to be a name of joy, and we're going to be a praise and honor amongst all the nations, man. Just like the Lord whooped our ass in front of everybody and embarrassed us in front of everybody, he going to give us glory in front of everybody, man. Because YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is a just power, and he's all about balance. Man.
Right.
You know, everybody wants to be Israel, but then nobody want to be on the slave ship. You know, then nobody want to get their population knocked down to 500. Get fed the dogs, man. If the women get the kids ripped out of them, man. You know, you didn't partake in that, man. You know, so you're not going to partake in the glory that the Lord has for his people, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Which you hear all the good that I do unto them, and they should fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I shall procure unto you.
He said all the goodness and the prosperity that he's going to procure to us, man. The nation's going to tremble at that, man. You know, because it's never before seen what the Lord is going to do to his people, man. You know, this is going to be a new thing in the earth, man. You know, yeah. Start Thursday.
Jeremiah 32, verse 37. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries, but I have driven them in my anger.
Yeah, going back to what? Jeremiah 1:8 and 9, man. You know, he scattered us, but if we turn to him, he was going to gather us, man. And that's why you see the elect turning back to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, man. You know, because now we're in the time of being gathered, man. We was disobedient because it was time for us to be scattered, you know? And now you see that remnant of Israel being obedient because it's time for us to be gathered, man. You know, you got it, boy.
But I have driven them in my anger and in my fury and in great wrath, and I will bring them again to this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely.
Yep.
And they should be my people, and I will be their power, and I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of their children after them.
And that's the law, statutes, commandments being written within us, man. You know, because that's the covenant, that's the new covenant based upon better promises. Because why? We will have a laws program within us where we can't go off, man. Well, all we can do is please YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, man. You know, that's why he can. That's why we're gonna have glorified bodies, man. You know, because in order for the Lord to make his word true, you know, we will have to have immortality, man. Because we're gonna be eternally obedient. So the Lord has to bring eternal blessings, man.
That's right.
You know, you got it, bro.
Correct. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that will not turn away from them to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they should not depart from me.
Yeah, so he said he's not going to turn away to do what's good, man. You see, and that's what Esau hates, man. See, at least know these scriptures, man. You know, and they terrified, man, because they know they can't stop the will of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, but they're programmed to be the opposition, man. You know, and they got to play their part, man. You know, you got to go.
Verse 41, yea, I will rejoice over them to do them good. I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul.
Yep.
Sure, because that guarantee, that promise.
You know? And so he's going to rejoice over us to do us good, man. You know, because you know, Jake know how he is when you get that new young pretty thing, man. Jake going to work overtime. You know, the homeboys, they going to miss out. You're going to be missing in action a couple of days, man.
Watch the car twice.
Yeah, they gonna rejoice over that young thing, man. You know how you get, man. And also imagine the Lord being this spirit towards the elect of Israel, man. How good he gonna be to us, man. And he had access to everything, nothing off limits to him, man. And also imagine what he gonna constantly give, man. You know.
Verse 42. But thus said YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, like as I have brought all this great evil upon this people, so will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them.
That's that balance, man. You know, that 42. Yeah, that's the point, man. And also, just like the Lord brought all this evil, you know, upon us for our disobedience, you know, and to chastise us, you know, because he dealing with us as his sons, you know. Now he's finna bring all that favor, man, you know, because our chastising period to be finished, man. You see, the Lord just been grooming us, you know, through all these reincarnations, man, to be the judges, you know, of the world to come, man, you know. So now we in that period where we finna complete our captivity, our chastisement, and enter into the eternal favor, man, the eternal joy, man. You know? That was it. All right, well, with that, you know, I hope, you know, the brothers and a few sisters that listen was edified. We're going to give all praise and glory to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Double honors to our apostle and LGMS who rule well, teach well, being a great example to our younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, and hope for living. Shalom.
Shalom.